Welcome to Classified Courage, where untold stories of honor, sacrifice, and quiet bravery come to life. Today's story isn't just about rank, medals, or commands. It's about a strength that can't be broken, a dignity that no humiliation could erase, and a courage that defined what true leadership really means. She was known across the base as Second Lieutenant Emily Carter, young, determined, and fresh out of officer candidate school. Emily wasn't born into a military family. Her father drove trucks, her mother worked night shifts as a nurse. No one ever imagined she'd one day wear the uniform. But from childhood, she'd been drawn to stories of those who stood for something bigger than themselves. And at 24, she earned her commission, her salute crisp, her posture sharp, her resolve unshakable. But not everyone believed she belonged. Colonel Briggs, a man molded by old traditions and outdated pride, saw Emily as an outsider, a woman in a man's world. His contempt wasn't spoken aloud, but it lingered in every inspection, every sneer, every unnecessary correction. Emily endured it all. She worked harder, stayed longer, and treated everyone, from privates to officers, with the same respect she demanded of herself. Slowly, the base began to see her differently. Fair, steady, tough. Maybe that was what bothered Briggs the most. Then came the day that would change everything. Summoned to the colonel's office one afternoon, Emily expected another lecture. Instead, she walked into a nightmare. Briggs glared at her. "You think you belong here, Carter? You think wearing that uniform makes you one of us? Let me show you what a joke you are." Before she could react, he grabbed her arm and dragged her toward the restroom. The few soldiers nearby froze, their loyalty to command clashing with their sense of justice. Then, in a moment so vile it scarred every witness, he shoved her head into a toilet. Cold water, shock, humiliation. For an instant, she couldn't breathe, not from drowning, but from disbelief. When she pulled herself up, dripping and trembling, she didn't cry. She didn't scream. She looked him straight in the eye and said calmly, "Colonel, you've not disgraced me, you've disgraced the uniform you wear." And then she walked out. No shouting, no drama, just quiet, powerful dignity. By nightfall, the base was buzzing. Everyone knew what had happened. Soldiers whispered in disbelief, not just about the colonel's cruelty, but about Emily's unbreakable composure. She didn't seek revenge. She didn't shout for attention. That night, in her quarters, she wrote everything down, a report that wasn't fueled by anger, but by truth. When the investigation began, too many had seen what happened. Briggs denied, then twisted his story, claiming it was a lesson in toughness. But lies can't stand against honor. At the hearing, Emily stood tall in her uniform before the panel. Briggs sat across from her, red-faced and furious. She told the truth, every word steady, every detail precise. She didn't attack his character. She simply revealed his actions. By the end, the decision was unanimous. Colonel Briggs was stripped of rank and dismissed in disgrace. The day the verdict came down, something changed on that base. Soldiers who had once stayed silent now stood taller. Respect wasn't just demanded, it was earned. A few days later, as Emily crossed the parade ground, a group of soldiers paused their drills. One by one, they raised their hands in salute. Not out of regulation, but out of reverence. Emily returned the salute, eyes glistening but unbroken. She hadn't fought with fists or fury. She'd fought with honor, and in doing so, she redefined what strength truly means. Years passed. Emily Carter's name became a quiet legend. Recruits heard whispers about a young lieutenant who stood her ground, who turned humiliation into a lesson in dignity. No one remembered every detail, but everyone remembered the message. Strength isn't in your voice, your rank, or your power. It's in your composure when someone tries to break you. It's in your silence when anger could be louder. It's in the courage to tell the truth when silence would be easier. Emily Carter proved that rank can be given, power can be abused, but honor is something no one can take from you unless you surrender it. And she never did. Thank you for watching this episode of Classified Courage. If this story moved you, if it made you think about what real strength looks like, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep sharing these powerful true stories of resilience and honor. Remember, history isn't just written on battlefields. It's written in moments of courage like this.